My name is James Te Huna. I fight in the UFC as a light heavyweight, and my fighting style is pretty much boxing is my strength, and my wrestling, and I try to improve on every other weak point that I have. And yeah, I've been in the UFC for the last 3 years. 4-1 in the UFC, so I'm on a little bit of a win streak right now. Enjoying it, and just trying to get to the top like everyone else in the UFC. I started fighting back home in New Zealand. I grew up in New Zealand, born and bred there, and I started boxing when I was like 14 years old. Had a couple of amateur fights, and yeah, kind of rolled on from there, my fight training. But I think the interest would have came from watching martial art movies when I was, a young kid. So, after watch a movie like a Bruce Lee movie or something, we'll go outside and practice our our moves that we just seen on TV, and yeah, we're always keen and interested in it. So that's what pretty much got us started. Fighting out of a few gyms all around Sydney. I train in EFG. There's a place in Penrith, Bulldog Castle Hill, great kickboxing place. Eagle MMA in Bondi for wrestling, and competitive edge with Hayden Knowles in Wyong. My biggest highlight so far would have to be definitely the first fight in the UFC. It was my debut, and I had to try and put on a show, and ended up having a bad break in my forearm during the fight, and managed to come out on top, and it was a great feeling to get the win. So that kind of cemented me the place to keep on fighting in the UFC, and it got me a few more fights, and I'm still here. It would have to be probably just those bad moments that you have in the gym, and those bad sparring sessions and stuff like that, trying to overcome that, and trying to try and get yourself back in there. That's probably the hardest thing about fighting and in my whole career, having those real bad days, and you start doubting yourself and start asking you questions, if you belong in a sport or belong in the place that you're in. So trying to overcome that, man, it's pretty hard, but you just got to be surrounded by good people and be in a good environment, and you'll get through it. My toughest opponent would have been Joey Beltran, my last fight. I threw everything at him, he wouldn't go down. He was like a zombie, You try and shoot the zombie down, he's not going down, he just keep on walking forward onto you. So yeah, Joey Beltran was definitely my toughest fight. My average day would be, so for like a Monday, on Monday I would start off with a strength session, be around 9 o'clock in the morning, there for like an hour, have a rest for a couple of hours, and then head off to kickboxing sparring at Bulldog Gym, and get some rounds off there, and then 2 o'clock session, or I have a boxing session. That's with Lincoln, and they'll go for like an hour, 2 hours. And yeah, like 3 to 4 sessions I have a day. Not real big sessions, just short and sweet. Try to keep the mind fresh and try to have fun and enjoy it at the same time. Favorite food? Oh man, ice cream. Gladiator. Shea Fu by Waka. It's a homegrown song, New Zealand song, so I used to listen to that during my teens, and it's my favourite song. I think it was a Honda Civic or something. It was yellow. It was like a turtle thing, looked like a bug. Dream car, XYGT, Phase 3. I'm fighting Ryan Jimmo. He's from Canada, and he currently holds the fastest knockout in UFC history, 7 seconds. He's a real dangerous fighter. He's only had one fight in the UFC, and not many people know of him. But he's on a 16-fight win streak, and he has a machida kind of fighting style. You know, he's a karate background. He's in and out, and he doesn't get hit. So it's going to be pretty tough for me. You know, I just got to try and hunt him down and land those shots that'll hurt him. Man, I think I'll be just doing like PT work on the side and still laying bricks. I was a brickie before I started taking on fighting professionally. Some advice for the young up-and-coming fighters would have to be just keep a good relationship with your training partners and your coaches, because you know, if you're not in a good environment, you're not gonna learn much. You're not gonna enjoy it, and that's the main thing. You know, you got to enjoy what you're doing. So, yeah, keep close to your training partners and coaches, and have fun.